There are often questions about how to teach kids with autism or signs of autism how to request information or what we call it manned for information. How do you get them to ask, "How are you?" or "What's in the bag?" or "Where are we going?" It's actually pretty complicated. And today we're addressing that very issue. Hi there. I'm Dr. Mary Barbera, autism mom, behavior analyst, and best-selling author. Each week, I provide you with some of my ideas about turning autism or signs of autism around. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can do that now. So today, I am doing something I don't think I've ever done. I'm sharing a full lesson from my online verbal behavior bundle course. Actually, it's coming out of the intermediate learner course. And it is a really good video lesson with a bunch of little videos of actual kids with and without autism learning to man for information. They're also learning how to man for attention, man for missing pieces, and a lot of skills that are prerequisites and very important before we teach manding for information. So this is a longer blog. It's over 20 minutes long, but I hope you enjoy it.
So we all know that the man is the most important operand. So why am I covering this operand last? And I told you in the very beginning of this unit, I was having a hard time figuring out how to teach you all and how to condense this material in a way that it made sense. And for many of our intermediate learners, while the man is the most important, it is very hard to teach advanced mans, especially to intermediate learners who are only at level 2, and even into level 3 they tend to it tends to get very hard to teach them advanced mans in many cases. So I decided to put this last and to give you some tips on how to teach some manding and when not to proceed with more advanced mans. So if we think about level 2 of the VB map, milestone 6, the first milestone within level 2, is mans for 10 different missing items. And surprisingly, even kids that can mand even higher than this sometimes aren't always great at manding for missing items. So we start with trying to have them manned for items out of sight. So instead of holding up the eyes to this potato head, once it becomes paired with reinforcement, I can take this whole bag and put this bag under the table and have the child man for the missing pieces. I can do the same thing with puzzles. And this is a step in the right direction. He still has this as a stimuli to alert him that he needs these pieces. But this is a step in the right direction. So at this point, Cody's still really little, and we're just trying to work on him manding for the pieces vocally with the items held up. But we should be able to put these eyes in the bag, put the bag out of sight, and have children of higher level manding for missing pieces that way. We can also contrive and capture the motivation for other missing items, such as give a bowl but forget the pretzels, lose puzzle piece, and so that we're waiting for the child to realize that he's missing the puzzle piece, and then if we need to, prompt the man for it, and then try to do a transfer and try to get this to where he's readily doing the manding for the missing items on their own without prompts. Give paper without scissors. And then we always want to wait for the MO, wait for them to realize that they're missing something, and then prompt and transfer if needed. Milestone 7 is mans for others to emit actions such as open or push. So here I am with a little boy several years ago. This is from the Getting Started article. This little boy's name is Harry, actually, but I changed his name to Henry for the article. And here I'm pairing up, 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 and I'm trying to get him to say up, and I'm pulling him high up in the air. So we're going to be able to get a man for this probably more readily, look at his smile on his face, than open the door. But again, I'm going to block the door. I'm going to then give him a verbal vocal prompt for open. I'm not going to say open the door. I don't even have good manding for open, so I'm not going to try to have the child elaborate or take a multiple word prompt. So I'm going to just stop him, make sure he wants to go out, and which he did. I'm going to say open, try to get him to echo. For children that don't yet talk, I'm going to do the sign for open, which is a pretty easy sign to teach. And again, I'm not going to say open door, because the problem with if I prompt open door, open door, open door, and then I try to do open box or open bottle, the child, and this happened to Lucas, where he'd say open cabinet when he wanted to open the bottle, because that taught us that we did too many trials of open cabinet. So we don't want to build language in a weird way. So when we're saying up and we're saying open, we're not going to prompt and transfer any additional words. We also want to teach manding for help and manding with yes or no in level 2. I am going to do a separate lesson or separate set of videos on teaching yes, no, because yes, no, as I've mentioned in a blog, is we have yes, no mands, which is, do you want this candy with the candy in sight? Do you want this video? And there's a very specific procedure that I developed and use for teaching yes, no manding, and then yes, no manding out of sight, then yes, no tacting, and then finally yes, no interverbals. But we need to start that within level 2. Definitely by level 3 we should be implementing that, and then that's going to be in a later lesson. Mands for attention. We want the child to man for your attention, and mands for attention are actually spontaneous tacks that include unusual situations, such as it's raining or snowing outside all of a sudden. So the child might point at it or look at you and say it's raining or it's snowing. But it has to be in an unusual situation. And so it's hard to contrive and capture this. And it's hard to make a child have the motivation to look out the window and say cow as you're driving by a farm. It's really more difficult to teach. So many years ago, when I was Tag Teach certified, you can look at a blog on Tag Teach and shoe tying. And in that blog, I think I mentioned that I did a Tag Teach and Autism workshop at the ABA symposium at the ABA conference, and I believe it was 2009. And after I agreed to do it, Teresa McKeon, who is one of the founders of Tag Teach, told me that B.F. Skinner's daughter, Julie Vargas, was going to be the discussant for my Tag Teach symposium. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know how I get involved with all this. But after that lecture and after I became certified in Tag Teach, Teresa McKeon came to my house for 3 days, and we went around and videotaped my clients using Tag Teach. And she came to extended school year where Lucas was attending with the teacher, and I think maybe the behavior analyst was there, I'm not sure, and myself. We were looking for ways where we could incorporate Tag Teach into his classroom. So she did not feel that using Tag Teach for intensive teaching was probably what he needed. But I had struggled with trying to get Lucas to man for my attention by spontaneously tacting items with giving me eye contact. So here Teresa McKeon is giving me a lecture. Now, Teresa McKeon is a gymnastics coach. She's not a behavior analyst. And so she's showing me, as a behavior analyst, what I was doing wrong. And I thought this was a great opportunity to show you all how we worked on spontaneous tacting.
Tried to do in the past is if he has looked at me, I've made more funny faces, given him more reinforcement. But this is not like this. None of this would be counted as demands for attention.
Right, because he's
not
playing.
Right.
So how do you tell him differently that I don't want you to just play and read this book, but I want you to tell me what to think?
Right. So.
Okay, so if we really want to try this, we need to pick like a page with one thing on it and not turn, but try it back and forth. He says it. Look at you and tag. So this is way too distracting. I would never figure out.
So maybe like that elephant and car, just with two pictures.
Yeah,
Something like that.
so somehow we need to figure out.
So we reduced the field size to 2 from like 100 with that book. So what he was doing, he was opening the flaps and he was labeling things, but he wasn't sharing attention or trying to get my attention over it.
Tag point is, look at mommy when you talk. Let's go back to the car. Look at mommy when you talk.
I don't think.
Yes. Try it again.
Car. I don't think.
Yes.
So that's why I think the louder the voice. Very good, Lucas.
Okay, let's try it again. The tag point is, look at mommy when you talk. Yes. Awesome, Lucas. Sorry. The tag point is, look at mommy when you talk. Little girl. Yep. Keep going.
As soon as those eyes come to you. There. Hold on.
Cuba.
Come on. Keep on going. Wait, you're ready.
Okay. Good. Okay. Side point is, look at mom.
Please. 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 Go ahead and repeat the tag point.
Look at mommy when you talk.
So, we were able to make some headway with that. That was the first time and the only time that Teresa, worked with us. And Lucas is able to man for attention. In fact, a year or two ago, it was raining all of a sudden. It was sunny, and then it was raining all of a sudden. And Lucas told the person that was here that it was raining, and that alerted her to go outside, put the sunroof up in her car, and also she felt hail. We had a historical hailstorm here, so she was able to pull the cars into the garage, and so his manding for attention skills actually paid off because our cars didn't get hail damage, which everybody in the neighborhood pretty much got hail damage to their cars, and lots of cars were totaled. I was on a plane to Chicago on the day that it was hailing here, and I got off the plane and checked my Facebook, and there were videos and pictures of sunroof smashed and windshield smashed and cars just totaled because they were dented so badly. So I do think it's important. I think it's tricky to teach, and not that every child should be taught this. You saw the level that Lucas was at, and I'm not a huge fan of forcing eye contact, but in the end, he was really kind of responding with eye contact and kind of made a game out of it. So I presented this video when I was in Hawaii several years ago, and somebody ended up doing a poster session at ABBA on using tag to shape up eye contact based on this little video. So I do think there's some merit to it, just not something that I would push real hard, especially for many children out there. So after manding for attention, yes, no, help, missing items, actions are mastered, you can consider teaching manding for information. But I can tell you now that we've tried to teach Lucas manding for information. It is generalized to what's in the bag. Pretty much if I come in with a bag with food in it or something that looks exciting. But he is not great with manding for information, and we kind of abandoned our push for manding for information for him a few years ago. But for many of my clients who are at the level 3 on the VB map for manding, it very well may be something that you do want to teach. So the first mands that are easiest are usually what and where, and then which and why, which and who and why, which and who come next, and then why and how almost always come last, both to answer these questions as well as to ask these questions. So when we teach manding for information, the best way to do is to sabotage the situation, which I'm going to have in the download section here. A great tool that I got from EstablishingOperations.Inc.com with Holly Kibbe and Cherish Twig, I believe is her last name. They developed the manding for information, how to sabotage for each question, and I think they did a nice job. The way I have taught it, which could very easily backfire, is to use primers or the problem with this is that it could get interverbally chained and the MO may or may not be there. But primers are things like, I have something in the bag, someone fun is coming over, we're going somewhere special later, and these are often needed to teach, but should be faded as quickly as possible, if it is possible to fade it. Lucas can usually answer correctly or ask correctly. If I say someone fun's coming, he says who, and I tell him who it is. And then same thing for we're going somewhere fun. He will probably say where, although sometimes he'll scroll with who. And then if I come in with bags, he might say what's in the bag. So teaching what, some of the primers that I've used in the past is I have something for you, there's something in the cup, I have a new toy, something special is happening today, tonight I'm going somewhere. No, that would be where. So that's wrong. I bought something at Walmart over the weekend. So here is me with Jacob, very first time we're attempting to teach what? In Izzy's bag. Look, Jacob, I put something. So we have a problem because he's playing with these bears and not attending. So he has zero motivation. So this is going to be not ideal. Izzy's bag. Say, what is it?
What is it?
It is that fish. I have something, a very big thing, and I'm going to show you that again. But when you, when he says, what is it? You don't pull out the item and show him. The information, your verbal explanation of what's in the bag has to come next. Otherwise, it gets messed up. So you want the information to be the reinforcement. Then you pull out the item. Say, what is it?
What is it?
It is that fish. I have something else in the bag. What is it?
What is it?
I have something else in the bag.
I'm going
What?
to
Say, what is it?
What is it?
So I tried to do a transfer trial there, and then he started guessing what was in the bag.
Something else in the bag. What?
Is it?
It's a ball. Oh, silly. What's that doing in there? I put one more thing in the bag.
I'm doing in the bag.
Say, what is it?
What is it?
I have something else in the bag.
Is it?
What is it? It is a train. And you could take things in your hand, like highly reinforcing things. I have something in my hand. And then prompt, what is it? And eventually we want to get rid of what we call those primers, those I have something in the bag, by just shaking the bag. And then when Becca's coming in from the grocery store or from somewhere where she bought him a toy, and then he will probably generalize it to what is it? What did you buy? What's in the bag? And that's where you got to get the motivation first. That wasn't highly motivating, but I just thought I'd show you.
Okay, so for where I have a toy for you. Here you can play with the Play-Doh, but give empty container. I know where the blank are. I have blank for you, and that can sometimes elicit where. Again, with a lot of prompting and some transfer trials. Someone to teach who. Someone has a fruit snack for you. I know someone who likes trains. I know someone with a greenhouse. And the problem with all these contriving and capturing man's for information is that you really have to be very novel. Otherwise, it gets totally rote and totally messed up. For which, I have something in one of my hands under one of these cups, and I'm going to show you what which looks like, which is pretty easy to teach with cups and bears. And you'll see some problem behaviors because it's literally the first time we're doing it.
Can you close your eyes? I'm going to play a game. Close your eyes. Okay. I have a pretzel under one of these cups. Say, which one?
Yellow.
No, ask me. Which one?
Purple.
Mary, which one? Ask me. Which one?
Which one?
Purple.
Purple.
You got it. Right there. Eat it. Eat it. Okay, let's play it again. She's going to hide it. Okay, I'm going to hide it. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Good. Peek. Up. No, you didn't. You saw it. Okay, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Up. Nope. Keep them closed. Here, keep them closed. Nope. Keep them closed. I'm going to hide it. It's a game. All right, it's a game.
And I should have had somebody helping him close his eyes because I was trying to do too much there.
I have 2 pretzels in one of my hands. Say, which hand?
Mary, which hand?
I have 2 pretzels. And you're chewing pretzels. I have 2 pretzels in one of these hands. Ask me, which hand? Which? No, ask me, which hand? This hand. You want it?
Yeah.
There it is.
I do.
Now you want to play the game.
So then I will show you that we did play the game with much better compliance.
All right.
Oh,
All right. I have 2 pretzels under one of these cups.
my pretzel.
Oh, they're under one of the cups.
How about I do?
Say, which one?
Which one?
The green cup. Oh, there they are. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hide one pretzel under one color and another pretzel under another color. Are ready?
Yeah.
Okay, close your eyes. This is going to be tricky. Okay. I hid 2 pretzels under 2 different cups. Say, which ones?
This one.
Okay, the purple and the blue. 2 pretzels!
That was good.
Here's a data collection sheet that we made up many years ago when we did a study on this. So we did a contrived setting 10-minute session where we prompted what, where, who, and which with primers, and then unprompted without primers, and then we kept track of during the day spontaneous,
And what we found is we were just teaching which and who. Which and who we we had 2 whiches without any contriving on baseline, but the rest of the days were 0. And then we started in the contrived setting with the use of primers, and during 10-minute manding for which and who sessions, we got those to go way up. But as you can see down here, we pulled up whiches a little bit more than baseline, but spontaneous who's throughout the day just popped up to 1. Most days were 0. And so it really did not result in spontaneous which and who's, even though we spent several days in contrived settings. So with primers in a contrived setting, we got him to respond, and it didn't really generalize that well. So for all of these procedures, whether I show you graphs or not, I have done studies on these. And some of them, this elaborate of a study with inter-observer agreement, with graphs, with pre and post. Some of them less formal, but certainly I'm not going to be telling you procedures that I haven't tried out with many children.
I hope you enjoyed that actual lesson from the Verbal Behavior Bundle course. If you did, I would love it if you give a thumbs up, leave a comment, share it with others who may benefit. And if you would like more information about joining our online course and community, you should visit marybarbera.com/courses. We have both the toddler preschooler course, and that is for parents and early intervention providers. And then we also have the Verbal Behavior Bundle with the early learner course and the intermediate learner course, and 25 bonus videos that can really help you no matter where your child or client falls on the spectrum and on their learning needs. So I hope you'll join me then. And if not, I'll see you right here next week.